Do. Welcome to Planes, Tanks, and Guns.
Today's era of weaponry is from World War II. Take it away, Brando.
Alrighty then, planes. These birds in the sky were one of the key factors of World War II. They were used for sky raids and dogfights. Not only that, they had sky superiority over the enemy.
Now, what were some of the kinds of planes in this war?
Yes. Well, both the Axis of Powers and the Allied Powers had manufactured brilliant planes.
And what were those planes called?
Well, the Allied Power had a very strong and swift plane, and this plane was called the Warhawk. It was the first single-seat American fighter to be produced on a large scale.
What kind of weaponry was on it?
Well, eventually they put high-caliber machine guns on it that would make anything look like Swiss cheese.
Nutritious.
Now, but the best part about this plane was that it was a very good-looking plane. That's why many Americans appreciated it.
Cool. Now what about them Nazis?
Well, the Axis of Powers were equipped with the devastating Typhoon. This plane was eventually mainly used as sports and rec until they loaded it with weapons.
It had a total of 240 horsepower, or 250 horsepower. That's just as much as my Chihuahua gives out.
Oh, very good. Nobody cares. The plane's swiftness made it the most impeccable plane in World War II history.
While planes ruled the skies, tanks dominated the ground.
What do you know about tanks, Isotron?
Tanks started off as transport for the soldiers in World War I. In World War II, however, they realized they would be great options for ground fights if they added armor and more weapons. Manufacturers would equip them with enormous barrels that would launch shells such as napalm, frag, and explosive.
How fast did these beasts go, Isaac?
They had a speed of about 30 miles per hour. Although they were slow and easy targets, they were good for breaking through the enemy lines.
Now, tanks were unstoppable until landmines were brought into place. Mines were placed miles outside of the platoon's battle line, and mines would usually shoot fragments up through the bottom of the tank, shredding the bottom and disabling them.
Very nice. Now, what other heavy weaponry were there other than tanks and planes?
Well, the ground troops were equipped with many doodahs and weaponry. The main troops would usually have equipped with them an assault rifle and a handgun.
Most American infantry would carry an M1 Garand and a classic M1911 pistol. Some of the close combat troops, however, carried Thompson machine gun.
Yes, but the Thompson machine gun was mainly issued to captains.
One of the most weapons to be carried around was the frag grenade.
Even though the grenade had a low blast radius, the shrapnel could easily immobilize people and make massive wounds. Now what about the Axis of Powers?
The German soldiers would carry a long-range bolt-action rifle called the KAR-98K. The Japanese usually carried close combat, fully automatic weapons such as the Type 25. The handgun they used was the Nambu Type 14.
Aside from the basic weapons, others like the flamethrower were used in special cases. And on that bombshell, it is time to end. Thank you for watching and good night.